There was one question that kept Hollywood very quiet for a long time. How could someone who built an entire career around the words, "be kind," end up being described by people behind the scenes as cold, difficult, and even intimidating? That question kept coming up whenever people talked about Ellen DeGeneres. For almost 20 years, she was one of the most powerful faces on daytime television. Her show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, ran for nearly 2 decades and became one of the biggest talk shows in America. But when the show suddenly ended, people started asking what was really happening behind the scenes. It slowly became clear that Ellen was not exactly the person she seemed to be. Still, one man always warned that Hollywood has many faces, and none of them can truly be trusted.
And none of them could be trusted.
This is why those one world people exist, because it's a very powerful concept to have and far too lucrative and beneficial to not. Everybody is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, like these guys knew what these extremists liked and provided it, and provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not create a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout history.
Right.
Katt Williams has always been known for speaking his mind about Hollywood. While many comedians choose to play it safe, Katt built his reputation by calling out the entertainment industry. He is the kind of person who does not hide the truth or soften his words. For many years, he has been warning people about something he believes is very real in entertainment. According to him, Hollywood is full of people acting fake even when the cameras are turned off. So when stories about Ellen DeGeneres and her workplace started coming out, many fans suddenly remembered Katt's warnings. Because Ellen did not start her life as a powerful talk show host. She was born on January 26, 1958 in Metairie, Louisiana. Before stepping on a stage, she worked normal jobs like many people. Later, she began doing stand-up comedy in small clubs during the early 1980s. Then in 1986, she appeared on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson with the legendary host Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson invited her to sit on the famous couch. At that time, this moment meant you had officially made it in comedy. From there, her career continued to grow. In the 1990s, she starred in her own sitcom called Ellen. Then, in 1997, she made a huge announcement on the cover of Time magazine. She told the world that she was gay, right when her show began facing competition from friends who were part of Seinfeld.
This is so hard, but I think I've realized that I can't even say the word. Why can't I say the word? I mean, why can't I just say, I mean, what is wrong? Why do I have to be so ashamed? I mean, why can't I just say the truth? I mean, be who I am. I'm 35 years old. I'm so afraid to tell people. I mean, Susan, I'm gay.
At the time, that was a risky choice in Hollywood. Soon after, her show was canceled, and many networks began to distance themselves from her. For a while, it seemed like her career might be finished. But Ellen made a comeback that few people expected. In 2003, she launched The Ellen DeGeneres Show. This time, she did not return as just a comedian. She came back with a clear image, someone who stood for positivity and kindness. Every episode ended with the same message: be kind to one another. That simple phrase became her brand. The show quickly grew in popularity over the years. Ellen filmed over 3,000 episodes and won dozens of Daytime Emmy Awards. Almost every major celebrity appeared on her stage at some point. She stayed at the top for a long time until allegations about her shocking treatment of workers began to surface.
Producer is speaking out on camera for the first time about what it was like working for Ellen DeGeneres.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is.
Hedda Muscat was with Ellen from the beginning in 2003 when the talk show was launched.
We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
Muscat says despite Ellen's Queen of Nice reputation, it became clear early on that it would not be a pleasant place to work. One incident with executive producer Ed Glavin left her shaken.
We were in our production meetings, and she would watch Ed go off on people. Ellen would look at Ed, and she would laugh, because I was hoping she was going to say, Ed, you can't be yelling at crew this way. You can't be yelling at people this way. She laughed, and she said, every production needs their dog.
Meaning
Ed is her dog.
Like her attack dog.
Her attack dog, so therefore she doesn't need to do that. He took the role of being the attack dog, that she didn't have to now be the attack dog, so she didn't have to yell.
So when Ellen says she's not aware of this environment, you don't think that rings true?
It's a lie.
Muscat won 2 daytime Emmys with the show. She was let go in 2004.
As a host, she's amazing, as a host. But as a boss and someone who's behind the scenes running the show, she's a different person. She's not the person people see.
For a long time, Ellen's Be Kind image never faced much question. But once it did, the internet began digging through old clips. One moment that people kept mentioning involved Taylor Swift. During an interview, Ellen pushed Taylor to talk about her dating life. When Taylor tried to avoid the topic, Ellen turned it into a game where photos of male celebrities appeared on the screen. Fans started noticing that this kind behavior was not always how she acted behind the scenes. The involved actress Dakota Johnson. During their interview, Ellen joked that Dakota had not invited her to a birthday party. Dakota calmly responded, "Actually, you were invited." The clip quickly spread online, and many viewers saw a side of Ellen that didn't match her Be Kind image.
Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
Of course I like you. You knew I liked you. You've been on the show many times, and don't I show like?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But I did invite you, and you didn't come. So.
This time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said you were?
I was invited?
Right.
Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Was it? Oh yeah, I had that thing. It was probably in Malibu. That's too far for me to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That moment was the first crack in Ellen's armor. Finally, someone was standing up to her and seeing through her act. But things really came to a head during her interview with Mariah Carey. At the time, rumors were spreading that Mariah might be pregnant. Ellen brought out champagne and joked that if Mariah drank it, it would prove the rumors were false. Mariah looked clearly uncomfortable but eventually took a sip. The clip shocked many viewers and made people question Ellen's Be Kind image even more.
Let's toast to you not being pregnant. If you're not pregnant, then we should.
My goodness. I can't believe it.
Mariah Carey is opening up about this uncomfortable 2008 appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Why would we toast to that? How about to the future?
Yeah, you can
and
really...
for both of our futures, who knows what they hold?
Who knows? All right, go ahead.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
The clip of Ellen pressuring the singer to drink champagne to disprove pregnancy rumors recently resurfaced on Twitter. It came back into the spotlight after allegations about a toxic workplace environment on her show started spreading, making many fans rethink the kind and positive image she had built.
People are saying that that you're pregnant. There's rumors.
Don't discuss that.
All right. Well, you don't have to answer.
No, that's okay. No, honestly,
you don't have to answer me. Let's just toast with champagne.
Now, in an interview with Vulture, Mariah Carey is talking about that very uncomfortable moment with Ellen DeGeneres. She told the magazine that she has had a really hard time dealing with the aftermath and processing how awkward and stressful the situation was for her.
I can have some champagne. It's just fattening. So,
you can have champagne?
That's not champagne because you can't.
No, it is.
The singer, who had married her husband Nick Cannon about 6 months before her interview with Ellen, tried her best to avoid the TV host's persistent questions. She did everything she could to stay private and keep her personal life out of the spotlight.
You want to taste it?
I can't believe you did this to me, Ellen.
What? No,
Are you trying
I'm
to
not
just...
going to ask you if you're pregnant or
This
not.
is
I'm
peer
just gonna
pressure.
say.
Do you see what Ellen is doing? This is peer pressure. I was like, why does she keep talking about shampoo?
At one point, Mariah even claimed it was too early to drink just before appearing to take a small sip.
Go ahead.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
It's too early for me.
Yeah.
I only drink it after 3 p.m.
Yeah. You're pregnant. You're pregnant.
No,
you
I
are
didn't say
pregnant.
that.
Years later, Mariah Carey revealed that she had actually been pregnant at that time and later suffered a miscarriage. That means Ellen forcing Mariah to drink alcohol might have contributed to the miscarriage. When people looked back at these moments, they no longer seemed funny. It appeared that Ellen enjoyed making fun of people and pushing them to do things they didn't want to do. Clips like these began spreading online, and the public started asking a bigger question. Was the Be Kind image really the whole story? According to Katt Williams, Hollywood has a strange way of creating images. In several interviews and stand-up shows, Katt explained how the entertainment industry can turn someone into a carefully built character. He said that some people spend their whole careers acting like angels because they fear what would happen if the mask slipped. He also claimed that actors sometimes give up their true selves just to make money and please their handlers.
You don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things will become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the GOAT would be normalized over.
The public usually sees the smiles, the jokes, and the polished version of a celebrity. The reality, however, is often much darker. Richard Pryor's former bodyguard said he witnessed what really happened when people like this came together for their cruel or shady activities behind the scenes.
Now I'm in Malibu, and it's supposed to be the shit, but but I didn't understand that. I'm with a black man that owns his house in Malibu. That's unheard of. Flip made it clear. He said, yeah, there's other black people here. Miles Davis is down the street. He's renting. So-and-so, he's renting. I own my but I still didn't get it because I'm young. It's like, this is some boring shit out here on Malibu, the white people left and right, what's going on? So Flip one day looked at me and said, oh, you want to see the shit? I don't know what the shit is, but I want to see something other than Malibu. And he took me to the parties. He took me to the shit to make me understand this is why I don't be around me. And so you seen the orgies. You seen the people that was the stars and the that they was doing. And the smells and the looks in their eyes. And I was, in my youth, I kept a cutlass on me. And so I know I'm walking around holding my cutlasses because you've seen people in states of mind that you never experienced nothing like that. I knew people that got high, but they didn't get high and did the that I was seeing. And so after I was exposed to it, Flip took me around it about 4 or 5 times. And then he said to me, you see why I don't fuck with that. Because, you had the group of people that painted their fingernails black, what they call Illuminati now. It was some kind of clique then, and in this clique, you know, we wife swap and all this kind of shit. You can f my wife and stand there and watch, and all I seen it. I literally seen all these things, and it was like, okay. And in my youth, I wasn't afraid, but I knew I would have hurt somebody if I was approached. I would have hurt somebody.
And that is exactly the kind of chaos Katt Williams has been warning about for years. According to him, the entertainment industry runs on power, reputation, and silence. When something controversial happens, the public usually only sees small pieces of the story. At the same time, there are real victims connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case, whose experiences are much more serious than internet rumors. One of those voices is survivor Marina Lorda, who has spoken publicly about what she went through with Epstein. In interviews, she explained how vulnerable many of the girls were when they first met him. Some came from difficult homes, while others were just trying to earn money to support their families. Epstein would offer work that seemed simple. For example, a girl might be told she could make hundreds of dollars for giving a short massage. For teenagers struggling with money, that kind of payment felt life-changing.
So you're in this position of struggling at home, and all of a sudden you're just taken into this world, owned by this man that's saying, I run the government, I run the banks, I know some of the most influential and wealthiest people on the planet.
We could see it too. We could see it too. Like, he had pictures, you know, he had pictures with everybody there, all these prominent people that are on the files now. I'm not going to start naming them, but they're all there. And when we look at this as a child, we're like, oh my God, like celebrities too. You know, he would put us on the phone with celebrities. He would put us on the phone with some of these prominent people that are in the files. And he would brag with these people that he was getting a massage by young girls. He would not say how old we were, but he would say we were young. Sometimes we'd be like, oh, I have a young, you know, European girl here, or I have a young Brazilian girl here. So he talked to these people about getting these massages every day. Because if he was in New York, he was getting a massage every day. If I was there, I would see a girl coming down, and I would just think it's a girl from Yale, because he said he had, you know, he had connections with Yale, Harvard, and so many different colleges. And I would just think, you know, because he's a brain surgeon, he's probably, you know, given a lesson, or I don't know what he's doing, or, you know, maybe he's helping this girl out. I don't know, you know, but I would be waiting for him, and there would be a girl coming down. And when I would go upstairs and I would come down, there would be another girl waiting for him. That's 3 girls in a matter of like an hour.
She explained that when the FBI eventually reached out to her, she was terrified. Epstein quickly got lawyers for her, which only made the situation even more confusing. As a young woman with very little money and almost no guidance, she did not know who she could trust. Years later, she still believes that many questions about the Epstein case have not been fully answered. According to her, there could still be millions of documents that the public has never seen, and those documents might hold the key to exposing people involved, possibly even someone like Ellen DeGeneres.
Full truth has come out, or do you think there's a significant gap between what we know now and what is to come out?
I think there's a lot more that they want us to know. They put out what they want us to know, right? We have 3 other million files that haven't been let out, that haven't dropped yet, and sometimes I wonder, I'm like, why are we even going to let 3 million other files out when we're not doing anything about these 3 million files, right? But us as, you know, Americans, we deserve this transparency, and we deserve to see these other 3 million files. But it does keep us wondering, why are they holding these other 3 million files back? And we have to think about this. Who really has gone through 3 million files? So what is in those files? Right now, we're just really focused on serious allegations, doing absolutely nothing about it. So I think there is more to this than what we know.
As the Epstein story has continued to unfold, more voices have joined the conversation. One of the loudest and most controversial is educator and activist Umar Johnson. In an interview about the fallout from the investigation surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, Dr. Umar spoke very openly. He argued that the scandal was not just about one man. In his view, Epstein was only part of a much larger problem. He said it was a whole system of power that involved politics, money, influence, and some very powerful people. According to him, this system allowed people to act without facing consequences.
There's nothing in the Epstein file that was not done on the plantation. Hundreds of thousands of documented cases against children. You still Catholic, but you got a problem with Epstein? Any Jew in the world, even if you accuse of, is this what they use it for? What do any Jewish, what do? They assume their right of return and they move back to Israel alone. There's been stories done on pedophiles that the Jewish government will not extradite to America. You hear that? Because they have a right of return. You mean to tell me Jeffrey Epstein would not have activated his right of return before they came and arrested him? No way. Loon, there's no way you're going to tell me an intelligence agent for Mossad could not have gotten out of America and gotten back to Israel. Right. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead. I think it was a setup.
Because it is a freaky accident.
Remember, when you know something is coming down the pike, you control it.
Mm-hmm.
This is about to get out. We got to serve you up. But you're going to go into exile. We're going to remake you. You feel me? We got to serve you up. Because if we don't serve you up, they're going to keep looking for other people. We can't afford the big dogs to get caught. You feel me?
Right.
Jeffrey, you did a good job. We pulling you off the public work. You feel me? You're going to get your face done over. Nobody, we got new pass. Remember, these are the...
Yeah, the top of the top. 1% of the 1%.
We got a new passport, new house. There is no Jeffrey Epstein. He got a whole new name. He Frank James.
He watching all this unfold.
Come on! You feel me?
For sure.
Playing cards with Saddam Hussein. And Osama bin Laden. They over there playing hopscotch. You feel me?
Man, that's
Bro,
deep.
They gave us Epstein because he's low. Think about it, Loon. These the big dogs. We got to protect the big dogs. You got to fall on the sword for us.
Yes, sir.
He's still going to let you get your girls and all. You feel me? He's still going to be doing his thing.
In other words, according to this speculation, the world may have been shown one version of the story while a different story was happening behind closed doors. There is no confirmed proof supporting this theory, but the suspicion has continued because many questions about that night remain unanswered. Around the same time, new developments have come up regarding one of Jeffrey Epstein's most mysterious properties, his ranch in New Mexico. This property was rumored to be the site of human hunts, and recently it has received renewed attention after investigators reviewed information connected to the larger case. People are still watching closely for any new revelations.
It's a big property, and this allegation is not even clear about when these people were allegedly buried there, which makes me wonder, even if you were digging, what could you potentially find? What would be left over?
You're going to have skeletal remains at this point. These allegations purport that this happened so long ago. And so not only did they say that these are possibly minors, so you have smaller bodies that are potentially buried. You have scavengers that are in this area, again, animals that are indigenous to this area that are, again, it is very hard to dig a grave unless you have special equipment. So, and especially on that type of terrain. So did they have special equipment? We know that, supposedly these people have a lot of money, they have a lot of resources. So if they tapped into those resources, they could have done this properly. But again, that's why the technology piece of this is going to be so important, to be able to see where they could have possibly buried someone. And then the amount of time that has passed, it's going to be grown over. You're not going to be able to see, freshly disturbed ground as you would for someone who has maybe been recently buried. And so again, this is going to take a long time, and those excavation efforts are probably just going to reveal skeletal remains, which then you're going to have to extract DNA from possibly the femur bones. And then who are these supposed minors that were there? Do their families know that they're missing? Where were they trafficked from? So not only are you trying to pinpoint country of origin, possibly, since they said that these minors were possibly from foreign countries, now you're going to have to try to track down family utilizing DNA. Skeletal remains, again, you look at the femur bone, you're trying to gather the DNA from there, but what else could you do? Dental records and things, but you must know the identity of the person in order to be able to.
Whether someone believes that theory or not, one fact is certain. Years after Jeffrey Epstein's death, the case still feels unfinished. If even someone like Ellen DeGeneres was involved in his ring, what other information might still come to light before it is fully resolved? Who else could have been part of it? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the discussion about this ongoing story.